do this one. Here you go. So this is Destiny Wrapped. I know it was a big thing last month. So this is like all of my time this year in Destiny, which clearly wasn't a lot. I think in 2020, this summer was like 80%. So the fact that it's 44 is really interesting. So apparently I launched raids 304 times and spent 394 hours in raids this year. Scrub numbers, man. Scrub numbers. But if you look at the activities that kept pulling me back, obviously, apparently we spent 82 hours in Nezarec Pantheon. 82 hours, 44 activities. What up, doctor? Salvation's Edge, 69 hours. I don't think I can ever do another Salvation's Edge. Legend Onslaught. That was like that original Onslaught when it first came out, when like everybody needed help. The Legend Onslaught. Apparently, we spent 51. This is all on stream. This is crazy because I don't really play Destiny off stream, so like all this is on stream. But 51 hours in Onslaught, Boss Talk. Week 3. So this is week 4, which was like the -20. This is the -15, week 3, Pantheon Rogue. And this was the one everybody had to end up kicking him off the map, except for us, which is funny. Apparently we did 46 hours, which is interesting that 34 activities, 46 hours, 44 activities, 82 hours, which means obviously Rogue Indomitable was way easier than Nezarec. But at the same time, you also had what, 4 extra bosses from week 3 to week 4 to also have to deal with. And then of course you have, which is, I didn't realize, Atrax. We did not do a lot of Atrax, but obviously Atrax was free for everyone. So that I do remember saying that once the weeks went on, you were gonna find fewer and fewer people doing helps of a Pantheon. Everybody was doing Pantheons and they were like, I don't need help, I can just get a team together. And obviously that it definitely goes up higher. I don't know if this counts fools, because I know we did a lot of just Nezarec, and I remember doing a lot of Riven. I wanted to say Oryx for some reason. Riven. I remember doing a lot of -20 Riven because no one had ever done legit Riven before. You know, if I kicked them off the map, did you really beat them? You got the same emblem I do. I guarantee there's hundreds of people who have Godslayer and they kicked them off the map on week 3 and week 4. I don't get any special treatment, so what's up, Marco? What's up, Starboy? So yeah, I don't care. Midtown Onslaught. We did 84 activities, 46 hours, which is interesting. I don't know if that means that we did 97 activities, 51 hours for Legend Vostok, but 84 activities, 46 for Legend Midtown. Obviously, Midtown was easier because we did almost the same amount of activities in less hours. So obviously, if we did the same activities, same amount of hours, we'd probably get way more activities done, or had it. Pantheon Atrax 34, 40. Pantheon Oryx 33, 39. I think that was still like when anyone could do it because Oryx was free, you know. Vesper. Apparently, I done the Vesper 86 times, which is interesting. I didn't know I did 86 Vesper, although I wonder if most of that has to do with me doing the catalyst and helping Seraph do the catalyst. And then of course the Master Salvation Edge, only 15. But I know a lot of those were me just doing like LFGs, helping people trying to get like master done. And I think most of my runs were just the boss too. You have Nez at number 2. I'm curious to see what the majority of the community's activities are at too. Nightfall Grandmasters, you know I don't care about Grandmasters, so I think most of these are from either me doing just my Conqueror every season, or when did Slammer come out? There was some weapon that came out this year that I know I did a lot of helps with, and I know it was corrupted. It might have been Slammer. My longest streak of playing Destiny without not missing a day was May 20th to June 10th. So basically every single day, which was Pantheon. It's literally Pantheon and then Final Shape up to Final Shape Raid, which is kind of funny. That's literally the streak. That was, well, Pantheon came out, what, May 4th? Which means this is when Rogue came out. Something like that. So basically mid of Pantheon all the way to after contests. And that includes 259 activities. Apparently I played 115 matches at a 35% win rate. And then 9.9. I played 320 matches this year. Really? I wonder if this would have been different before me playing all these trials, but I run to them. This is interesting. I've spent way more time on a hunter, but not way more activities on a hunter. What does that mean? 941 activities, 500 hours. 857 activities, 253. Probably all the golden guns and Pantheon and Tether. Yeah, because I did do all of my legend onslaughts on my hunter. That's true. I did do Tether for almost all of my runs, with the occasional Phoenix Well. That's right. Yeah, so that would probably be like at least, if I did say 90 activities, let's say 150 activities in Legend Onslaught, I at least did 90% of those on a Tether Hunter. So that would explain the activities. That also explain the hours, actually. Yeah, that would explain the hours. I didn't do a lot of Hunter. I really clutched my Warlock. No, because on Hunter, I would run for Pantheon, I'd run Tether. I'd run Tether and I'd run the Strand G. Yeah. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah. When Pantheon, it just came out, obviously. 197 hours. That's some 2020 streaming right there. 22% of my yearly play time. You tackle some new challenges. 14, but 89 attempts. That is definitely the Icebreaker Catalyst. So many restarts. That's yeah. 22 completions, 51 attempts, 118 hours. Okay. Apparently I played 22 matches of Gambit. I played 3 hours of Gambit and had a 62.8% win rate, 26.7 KD, 35 games, all those stats. My least favorite season was Revenant, where I only played 142 hours. Only is crazy. So 880 hours this year. Activities 2,309. Yeah, but I think most of my hours in this season are from the dungeon. Gotta be. Either prepping for the dungeon or doing the dungeons. Gotta be. But I have not played a lot in the last 2 months. I know that for a fact. Unless I'm playing with other people or playing for the charity or playing for a specific reason, you know. But obviously my favorite activity was Pantheon. Bungie, please, if you're listening. I have the other one too. I wanted to see, because I haven't looked at this one in a very long time. If you've never seen this site, the other ones are Wrapped Report. If you've never seen this site, this is the heat map. And the heat map is basically going to be separated in a calendar or in Bungie seasons, and it literally tells you of every single play session you've had. And obviously it goes all the way back to the beginning of Destiny 2. You can see up here total time in Destiny 2, total time in activities. This number includes 15,580 hours. Includes, like, you know, in orbit, flying in, all that stuff. This one only includes like me being in actual activities. So 12,293. Obviously 800 of those hours are from this year. So you got that. Apparently I've done 51,971 activities, which is crazy. So obviously you can see, like, from the Red War, this is Leviathan raid and all that. Although I don't think this wouldn't show, because this is by cross save account, so it doesn't show the 1,000 hours from Xbox and PlayStation, so I won't show that. So this is only my Battle.net, PC, Battle.net, and like Steam. This season I've only done 6 days and 7 hours. Season of the Wish, 28. Just looking at, like, where would Pantheon be? Would that be Season of the Witch? Or Wish? No, this is it. This is Pantheon. Is it? Yeah, Pantheon. Okay, Pantheon. Yeah. So obviously, Season of the Wish is that long season with Pantheon and all that stuff. And that's where Final Shape dropped and Final Shape Raid and all that stuff. So then you have Episode Echoes, which was when I was really not playing Destiny. And now the same thing. So looking at, like, our Destiny wrap, like, from the beginning of the year, from like 28 days, but like you got to take into account that first January and February was really low anyway. And it will be in January again this year. But like we really ramped it up in May, in middle of March, then May, and June, which is kind of crazy because normally we see that for me in like September, October, November, you know, with all of these, even back to like 2020. Even 2019, all of that, all 4 hours. No, I mean, it's just interesting. I like to look back at the end of the year and just look at our playtime throughout the year because it's interesting, you know. So many games I've been able to play this year and even last year, but I think it's very telling for someone like myself who has so many hours, like 15,000 on just this account and not including my other 2 accounts. It's crazy, man. This Curse of Osiris one is just sad, which is funny that I've never had a season that I didn't play as much as Curse of Osiris. The closest one actually is this season. 3 days, and the closest to that is 6 days. But even then, unlike Curse of Osiris and unlike Revenant, there isn't huge chunks of like missing time. Interesting. It's just the play sessions were a lot shorter, but I still basically played weekly and daily. But the play sessions were just shorter. Like, when did I play for 20 minutes? 2 hours. Oh, this is when I was out of town. Yeah, these make sense when I was out of town and I was still like logging in on my laptop to play. I think this is when I logged on to do like a clan raid. I think I just did like Scourge of the Past. Yeah, we were doing like Scourge of the Past. Yeah. Obviously, this year has been where I've been played the most. But from IRL stuff and just stream stuff, obviously makes sense. But the difference between the last 5 years, though, are the consistent play sessions throughout the year. Like way more consistent, just throughout the year. Not since 2017. Not since 2018 have I had any like big drop offs. Just this year in 2018. This is Curse of Osiris, so can't really say much to that. And obviously the last 5 months. You should look at that yourself if you're ever curious.